this kind of this kind of scenarios. Now let's do one thing. Let's use C1, so the column 1 which we have used over here. Okay, so let's create this column again, so we can use it. C1 is equals to missing value dataset station. Okay, now C1 dot value count. So this will give you the frequency. What do you mean by frequency? Frequency means count. So as we know that we have retrieved the station, so station number 25 is having total 310 count. Okay, so out of these 7752 rows, okay, station number 25 is having 310 count, station number 12 is having 310, station number 2 is having 310, station number 3 is having 310, likewise. So all these stations are having 310 entry into the series. Now let's try to add something more. Okay, so let's try to retrieve something useful. So let's say I want to count the missing values into the series. So here C1 dot is not available, okay, or it is missing, and then perform the sum of those. So here you can see how many what is the value we are getting, 2. So what this will do, this will simply calculate the not available or missing value and perform the addition of those missing values. So what this will return, this will return that total numbers of missing values in series. Clear with this? Okay, what will happen if we directly try to apply this function on entire data set? So let's see, let's implement it on data set. So missing value data set dot is not available or missing, and then perform the sum of all those values. So that's it. This will give you the statistics about data set. Let's say 2 station values are missing, okay, 2 date values are missing, then T max means next column value is missing, okay, that is 70, 70, 75, 75, okay, then you can see LAT it is 0, LON it is 0, DEM 0, slope 0, solar radiation 0. So here the meaning of 0 is that in this column all the values are present, okay, while in last two, next T max and next T minimum, okay, 27 rows or 27 cells are having missing value. Now let's have a look at the data set again. Now you see here column names are very large. Okay, so let's try to do one thing. Let's rename the column. Okay, so how we can rename the column? So here we will try to create the dictionary, okay, and then we will directly assign that dictionary. So directory 1, okay, then name of the original column, let's say station, or let's say preset tmax. Okay, so let's put it over here, okay, then colon, and whatever new value name, so let's say ptmax. Okay, so we want to represent present max with ptmax. Then similarly this column name we want to represent using pt minimum, pt min. Okay, so here we will write pt min. Okay, so similarly you can write n number of columns. So let's say if you are having 25 column, and if you want to rewrite all the column, then also you can write. Okay, so let's say LDAPS RH minimum, you want to represent this using only RH minimum, relative humidity minimum. So RH minimum. Okay, so we have created dictionary. Now let's try to rename the data set. So mbds dot rename, there is a rename function. Okay, so using rename we can rename the data set or data frame rather than. So we will rename the columns. Okay, and then name of the variable where we have stored the column value. Okay, and then we will display it. So as you can see here still it is not renamed. Yes, so here we have to assign it to the variable. So mbds equals to mbds dot rename. Okay, and then we will display it. So here you can see present tmax, it is replaced by ptmax. Present tmin, it is replaced by ptmin. Okay, and ldfps rh minimum, it is replaced by rh minimum. So similarly you can create or you can rename the as many number of column as many you want. Now let's move forward. Let's try to create a new column. Okay, for example mbds of new column. Okay, any column name here you can take, equals to 0. Okay, and let's print it. Let me see if we can. Okay, again I think oh, here it is. Okay, so new column is created. As you can see here new column is created, and it is initialized with the 0. So let me try to put some other values so we can have idea. Okay, here if we assign 5, then a new column will be created, and for each row 5 will be added. Now let's do one thing. We want to perform the addition of some of the column. Let's say we want to perform the addition of pt max, okay, and pt min, or we can say, let's say instead of this two column I want to represent it using temperature difference. Okay, difference between t max and t min. So what we will do, or how we can do it? So let's say we will store answer into another variable. So t1, okay, or difference delta 1 equals to mbds of, what is the name of the column? ptmax. Name of the column is ptmax minus ptmin. So and then let's display it. Okay, so here we are having third column. Clear with this? Okay, now and if you now if you want to add this column or temperature difference, okay, into the data set, then you can do it. Now instead of this, let's say you want to perform the addition or subtraction of multiple column. Okay, for example let's say where are the values, column values which we have? Yes, let's say we want to perform the addition of all this ppt1, ppt2, ppt3, ppt4. So let me copy paste it here. Okay, and what we will do, we will create a list of column. Okay, so column list, okay, and equals to, so ppt1, then ppt2, ppt3, ppt3, and then ppt4. Okay, so let's say we want to perform the addition of all these columns. So what we can do, we have created the list, so now we will create one variable. So let's say sum1. Okay, so in this variable we wish to, or we want to store all the addition. So uh, mvds uh, equals to mvds, sorry, sm1 equals to mvds dot location. Okay, and then column, and then we will specify the column for which we want to perform the addition. Okay, so that is column list. Okay, and then we will specify the sum. Now here in sum we will specify the axis. Okay, so whether we want to go on index, means row wise, or we want to go with the column wise or attribute wise. So sum, and then axis equals to columns. Okay, and let's try to print it. So as you can see, for all we are getting 0 as the answer, and for last we are getting 77. So not only those column, okay, you can take any numerical column for performing the addition. Okay, let's try to go with some other column names so we can have idea that whether we are getting different values or not. So let's take last three column: solar radiation, next tmax, and next tmin. So let's convert this into the list first. And then we will put it into the list. So let's see what we are getting. As you can see here, we are getting different value. So if you want to perform the addition of certain columns, okay, then you can do like that. And now let's say we have calculated the value, okay, and we want to assign this value to newly added column. Okay, so which column we have added at last? At last we have added new column. Okay, so if we go to the last column, okay, the name of the new last column is new column, which we have added uh, later on. So how we can do it? So for example, mvds dot assign. Okay, we will assign. So new column equals to, so we have to assign the value. So mvds is equals to mvds dot assign, and new column equals to sm1 sum1. Yes, so this is how we can assign it, and then if we will execute it, then as you can see, the last column we will get the addition of the column which we have specified here: solar radiation, next t max, and next t minimum. Now similarly, this way you can also assign, or you can create the new column. Now if you want to rename any column, okay, then renaming also can be done. So let's see that how we can do it.